On the floor for the visiting Golden State Warriors. At center, Nate Thurman. Let's meet your New Orleans Pelicans. Starting at point guard. At 6'6", number 3.
Hello, and let's start off with the report from our...
Thanks very much. Now, with that...
Absolutely, David, thanks. So with Williams on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Stephen Curry. Zach Randolph is out there with Ingram. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Thurman in at the pivot spot. Manning in the middle. And for New Orleans, Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Sean Kemp. Then there's Pippen. And it's Daniels in at the point guard. At this late stage of the season, how hard is it, Greg, for teams not to look ahead to the playoffs and the postseason at this point?
Kevin, just about impossible. I mean, if you're already in position, the trap you can't fall into is easing up down the stretch and backpedaling into the postseason.
Here's Curry. Passes it to Ingram. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Here's Peterson. Pass to Daniels. Lays it up and banks it in.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
Ginobili with the three. No good. Shot missing. And New Orleans will come the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Second chance shot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And that's a superb pass coming from Curry that time. Just scanned the floor and found the guy for a clean look.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy. I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
The Pelicans have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. To the middle, here's Abdul-Jabbar. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And you just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Back to Curry, over Daniels. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason group.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, it couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar, following the basket by Stephen Curry.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Now the pass to Peterson. Three-pointer, Daniels. He's off on that one. And Golden State will come the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And you got to love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
Here's Ginobili after the made shot from Sean Kemp. Back to Ginobili. This one for 3. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
Well, years of experience come into play, not only here, but overseas. Ginobili with perfect rhythm on the catch and shoot.
Pass to Kemp. Lots of room. He squares up and sinks it. Kemp's got his second bucket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now, here's Randolph. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Zach Randolph. 2 shots.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Randolph.
Back to the basket, big man with a pretty good mid-range jump shot. Zach Randolph is a skilled vet, and he's up to his tricks here tonight.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
A shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
GA with their 4th title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an all-NBA team.
And the first one drops. Vucevic checked in for the Warriors.
Nah, man, you get little guy. Yeah, I got him. Hey, you get shooter. I got him. You got this guy out here? Yeah, I got big man. Hey, you box out your man.
He's off on the second. And it's Randolph with the ball for the Warriors. They trail by 1. Ginobili outside. Back to Curry. Over Daniels. Another shot. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Daniels. To the paint, and Scottie Pippen the bucket on the assist by Daniels. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
Warriors.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
Well, sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So if you get a steal, you can get out in transition. You seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
It's that time of the game, everybody. Get loud right now for your Pelicans dance team.
And let's quickly check in on the season's top rookie rebounders so far.
That was your Pelicans dance team.
And the Warriors with possession here. It's a 3-point game. And it's sent back by Turner.
An elite rim protector and shot blocker. Turner excels at rising up and denying those shots.
And here's Green outside. Offensive rebound. The second chance effort. 2 points. That one goes. Kemp's got his third bucket of the night.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Oladipo, good.
I didn't know he had that kind of range. A phenomenal shooter when he gets it going, and that one was way beyond the arc.
From deep, Green. Vucevic with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
From the arc. Another miss by Oladipo. New Orleans has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Williams. And that one hits back iron. New Orleans in the lead. Pippen for 3. Rebound by Williams.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
2 minutes.
And Turner kicks to Daniels. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Turner. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Warriors trailed by 4.
And back in 2021, Miles Turner put up a crazy stat line. 7 made threes, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Just the 4th time someone has reached those numbers in a game.
Now, here's Oladipo. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, Victor's showing some nice signs of vision on that play. Not an easy cover in the pick and roll. That's a nice pass.
Back to Daniels. Over Strickland. Daniels, no good. And for Turner, Greg, that ridiculous line has been equaled by only 2 players ever.
Hey, Kevin, how about that? Only Karl Anthony Towns and Vince Carter, who've had the combination of threes, rebounds, and blocks, shows you how special Turner's all-around game is.
Williams.
And the Warriors making a change here. Shops checked in.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Passes it to Pippen. Here's Tomjanovich. Pippen outside. Pass to Tomjanovich. Misses the 3. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Trailing by 2.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Turner. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Strickland. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. With 1 on the clock. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pelicans on top, up 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Come on, Pelican fans, on your feet.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Warriors trail by by 4. We've got Miles Turner, and it's Peterson in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Ginobili outside. Down low. Chop. Bucket is good. Chop's got his first 2 points of the night. Brent, do you think shooting has improved over the years, or are there just more good shooters on the floor?
Well, Kevin, if you had a bubble, I'd be bursting it right now, because if you look back over the last 10 years, maybe go 20 years, shooting has not changed. Percentages have not changed, both from two-point land, three-point land, free throw line. It's not that there are more good shooters in the league. There's just more surprises as to who it is you see taking the shots.
No good from Ginobili.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The pass to Peterson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Ginobili. High post try. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 3 assists now in this one.
And that mid-range game of Ginobili, so reliable. He is phenomenal at capitalizing from those spots on the floor.
Here's Tomjanovich. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Murray scanning the floor. Clock at 4. The shot missing. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Thurman passes to Curry. From deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got 5 now.
Well, the accuracy that Curry has from that kind of range is just jaw-dropping. He does not miss that many shots from that deep.
Now here's Turner. He kicks to Murray. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by Manu Ginobili. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Outside for Murray. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
It's Curry outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guarded by Curry. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Stephen Curry.
First team foul.
The Pelicans have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Jop.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, man, you want this guy? Yo, we got shooter, huh?
He hits the second from the line. The Warriors trail. Curry finds Ingram. Back to Curry. There's the triple. Another 3 for Golden State.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time. And one of the many special things about Steph Curry, his loyalty, sticking with this Warriors franchise since being drafted back in 2009.
Takes a 3. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
For 3.
Ingram's got assist number 5 here tonight.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And talking about Steph, he is the face of the franchise, and his loyalty is shown.
Steph's been a model citizen, never complains, never causes any issues, willing to work with young teammates. He is the ideal superstar to build around.
Pelicans fans, please give a big round of applause for your Pelicans Youth Dance Team. Fans, that was your...
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Curry against Crawford. Inside, Scalabrini, and the shot goes down.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Curry. And here is Ginobili. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
Outside, Green. Abdul-Jabbar outside. Randolph with the ball. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Kicks it to Curry. Ginobili against Green. Here's Scalabrini, and that one is stuffed right through.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Outside, Randolph. Back to Curry. To the inside. And it's Manu Ginobili with the finish.
Talk about a throwback. Manu with a terrific burst at the rack.
Crawford up top, guarded by Curry. Crawford, no luck. Here's Golden State. They're on an 18-7 run.
Now some brute force there shown by Randolph. Plays the game naturally forcing the defense to be aggressive with him.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Well, I like that they've also emphasized the three-point line. They've drained a good number from beyond the arc this year.
Free throw drops for Zach Randolph. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Randolph drops them both. Pelicans trailed by 7. Pass to Pippen. Green with the ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Right side Curry. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Daniels dishes to Green. Fades away. Pippen with the bucket. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
Lethal from the mid-range. Pippen doesn't need much airspace to feel comfortable with that jumper.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Tries from 16. Pelicans pull it in.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
For New Orleans, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
Pelicans, Brian Scalabrine. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Kemp's checked in for New Orleans. And it's tied up with that one.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Up top, Oladipo. 1:21 left to play here in the half. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Pelicans with the rebound. Pippen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Kemp. Here's Scalabrine. Nailed from three-point land. Scalabrine's got 9.
Start it.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Warriors trail by 3. There's the steal. Now Daniels. 20 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Now here's Williams. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Vucevic. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Pelicans.
The pass to Pippen. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Williams with the ball for the Warriors. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Williams passes to Vucevic. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen.
That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Pelicans, Mo Peterson.
Here's Strickland. He's covered by Daniels. half is good.
Rod Strickland.
And the Warriors lead by 1. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back
That's the end
and
of the
Forth.
first half with the
And some
score.
good action through the
Your
first 2
Pelicans.
quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by 1.
41.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. There. And I'm Kevin Harlan. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. It is all happening for him so far tonight. An incredible first half performance. Taking a look at the Warriors. Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They were strong in transition. Seemed like the guys fed off the higher tempo. Certainly, they definitely got the looks they wanted, playing an outstanding game. They can keep it up in the second half, they may wear the other side out.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
On your feet.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Zach Randolph, Ginobili out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Brandon Ingram, and it's Thurman in at the 5 spot. Now here's Pippen. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Peterson. Shot clock at 5. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Pippen, and Pippen slams it in.
Don't you wish you could leap like Pippen? I mean, I do.
Ginobili outside. It's rebounded by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The Pelicans trail. Kemp kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Scalabrine. Here's Peterson. He's covered by Ginobili. Here's Scalabrine. Bangs home the trifecta. Scalabrine's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Curry. He's got 16. No good from Ginobili. Lets it fly from 18. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal
Well, he's so
foul.
good as a presence
First team
around the
foul.
rim, has the patience
Shooting
and
for
the
Golden
skill,
State,
forcing the defense
Zach
that time to hit him.
Randolph.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
Shoot 2.
That one is off. And the Pelicans making a change here. Daniels has checked in. Good on the second free throw. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. He dishes it to Pippen. He kicks to Kemp. Peterson the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. The Warriors pull it in. Ginobili left side. It's tipped.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Three-pointer, Daniels. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Timeout called the Warriors.
It's t-shirt time! Let's go! I need to hear you make some noise! On your feet, make some noise! Put those hands together for your Pelicans dance team! Come on, Pelicans fans, on your feet and get loud for your Pelicans dance team! On your feet, make some noise! Put those hands together for your Pelicans dance team!
Ginobili the pass to Thurman. Dishes to Randolph. Left side Curry. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Pippen down low. He's covered by Ingram, and it's Pippen missing. Warriors trailed by 4. It's intercepted. Here's Daniels, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Now Daniels, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry, passes it to Peterson. Left side, Abdul-Jabbar. Basket counts. Abdul-Jabbar's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pelicans.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They're on a 12-1 run. Peterson misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Second personal foul.
For New Orleans, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
At the line for New Orleans, Daniels. At the line for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. And the Warriors making a change here. Reeves is checked in.
Nah, man, you get little guy. Yeah, I got him. Hey, you get shooter. I got him. You got this guy out here? Yeah.
Both free throws good from Daniels. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Reeves. Just 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Third personal foul.
The Warriors shoot their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And Zach Randolph drops them both. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 14-3 run right now. And slam dunk by Kemp.
Oh, beautiful setup there. One thing you can say about Kemp, no pass is too high for him to go get.
There's the lob to Randolph. And slam dunk by Randolph.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here's Kemp. 8 points for him. And Kemp slams it in.
And Kemp seems to relish contact on the way up. He just embraces all types of challenges.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Rumors continue to fly about possible league expansion. Brent, any cities you'd like to see join the league?
Oh, man, there's a lot of great options out there, Kevin, but I would like to see the league go to 32 and have 16 in each conference. I think that would be great. And there's a city in the Pacific Northwest that deserves a team, and I think you know where I'm talking about. Seattle.
For your Pelicans dance team.
Here's Strickland over Daniels. And it's Strickland missing. New Orleans leading by 10. Daniels passes to Peterson. Vucevic against Kemp. Daniels from outside. And good coming on the assist by Kemp. Daniels has got 14 points.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Williams against Pippen. Williams trying to break free. And the rejection by Pippen.
Elite at both ends. Pippen sees the play develop, and then the perfect timing on the block.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Warriors trail by 16. Here's Williams, and that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times he's moved perfectly to get that shot.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Gotta learn your lesson.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the pass to Reeves. Golden State moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Back to Williams. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Williams. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Abdul-Jabbar looking over the floor. Pippen dishes to Daniels. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
The Pelicans have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Shooting 1. That's all.
1:05 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Williams. And Oladipo now atop the key. Back to Williams. Pass to Vucevic. Over Abdul-Jabbar. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Shots good by Pippen.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
Outside Williams. Back to Oladipo. Driving to the basket. And finished off by Oladipo.
Well, you combine quickness and explosiveness for Victor Oladipo on display right there. Tough to contain.
The buzzer-beating dunk. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Regain control. Come on now. Every pass, every possession. Play with a purpose. We've talked about this, all right? Solid plays every time. Right now. Come on.
Oh, some fire in Coach Kerr's voice right there. Greg demanding his team kick it up a notch.
How about the intensity from the coach there? Less than happy with his team's effort right now.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Pippen, and it's Tomjanovich in at the small forward position. That's the Pelicans' 5. Ginobili the pass to Oladipo. Over Daniels. Oladipo misses. Pelicans leading by 19. He's covered by Randolph. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
They get the rebound. That's tipped. Abdul-Jabbar with the steal. To the middle.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And Oladipo kicks to Ingram.
Brandon Ingram at that size, able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And a couple years ago, the NBA played with a 72-game schedule. Think the NBA will ever shorten the number of games long-term and go back to that number?
I don't know, Kevin, but this idea of the mid-season tournament seems to be gaining more and more traction, and there's a lot more interest in what it would do to the competitiveness of the middle part of the season. And I think we're all for something like that, where something's on the line and we see guys elevated in that element.
Come on, Pelicans fans, on your feet and get loud for your Pelicans dance team.
Curry's checked in for Victor Oladipo.
Once again, give me a big round of applause for your Pelicans dance team.
On the wing, Turner. Peterson the pass to Tomjanovich. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Now here's Murray. Passes to Peterson. 6 to shoot. And the Pelicans miss again.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And here is Murray after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Turner inside. From the stripe, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Warriors.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Green is checked in for New Orleans.
Your Pelicans, Danny Green.
Warriors trailed by 18. Here's Curry. Again, Golden State.
Curry gets going like this. It's dangerous, and this could be a big night on that scoreboard for him.
And here's Green outside. Randolph grabs the board. Randolph's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Murray kicks to Green. Lets the three fly. Drops in the tray. And the Pelicans lead by 19.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Hammers the alley-oop through. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Peterson. New Orleans moving it around. There's the pass to Murray. Over Curry. Murray, no good.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Thurin's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. The ultimate man-child. Kemp, one of the most flamboyant finishers in our league.
Right side, Randolph. And slam dunk by Randolph.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Curry against Murray. Outside Turner. Kemp against Randolph. 5 on the clock. Deep 2 from Murray. Doesn't go that time. The Warriors go the other way with it. It's Ingram on the wing. Curry is inside. Here's Thurman. And it's sent back by Turner. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Ginobili grabs the board. Ginobili's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Okay, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
Now here's Murray. Following the miss by Zach Randolph. Pass to Kemp. And here is Murray. Good on the 3-point shot. Murray's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Murray, the kind of player that's earned the trust of his teammates to take that kind of shot.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And in this era of player movement, Greg, we're seeing guys often pick teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
Put your hands together. I can hear you for your Pelicans dance team. Come on, Pelican fans, on your feet and get loud for your Pelicans dance team. On your feet, make some noise. Put those hands together for your Pelicans dance team.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
Taking on the defending champs always adds a little extra meaning to the game. And with the way he's gotten after it tonight, it was clear this one meant a lot to him. Now here's Curry. Passes it to Thurman. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. Pass to Peterson. Murray against Curry. Murray outside. Shoots over Curry. And the rejection by Curry.
And that's great defensive awareness from Stephen. He sees that shot coming, and he hustles over to get a hand on it.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Now, here's Pippen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Pippen, simply put, one of the best small forwards of all time. A defensive powerhouse and a fearless scorer.
Taking 2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw good from Pippen. And both free throws good for Pippen. 1:36 left in the fourth. Ginobili outside. Back to Curry. The pass to Thurman. Kicks to Curry. Over Murray. That one wide left. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pelicans.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season. So it's the Warriors now, following the miss by Sean Kemp. And here is Murray. Pass to Turner. Back to Murray. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. Offensive rebound. Shots good by Turner. And the Pelicans lead by 21.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation. Always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Murray against Curry. Murray outside. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
you